Dying Light review in 2026. It's a game that came out in 2015, which makes it 11 years old, and some people calling it the best parkour game ever made. Is that true? Well, in this review, I'll go with the good, the bad, and my overall opinion about this game. An undercover GRE agent, Kyle Crane, is airdropped into Iran to receive a sensitive file stolen by Carter, who's using it for blackmail. As Crane lands into Haran, he's bitten by an infected and is rescued by a girl named Jada. And that is where the story begins, as you have to work for Jada and her group as runners, but also have to maintain your undercover tasks throughout the game. There's a lot of twists and turns in the story, and it's one of my favorite parts of this game. The first positive, like I've said, is the story for me. A lot of people talked badly about it, so I wasn't expecting much going in. And they weren't wrong, especially the first half an hour or like 1 hour of the game. It's extremely badly written. The dialogue, the voice acting, the characters themselves, it's annoying, corny, and just like over the top in a bad way. It's down like embarrassing, and you just can't you can't stomach it. It makes you want to skip, but I'd say stick with it. Don't skip the cutscenes and stuff because it is gonna get better, especially like after like the prologue, which does take again like half an hour. It depends. It might take 1 hour if you do like a bit of running around exploration and the tower itself. But I'd recommend like getting through the prologue like faster. And then when you get your first mission, that's when you start getting introduced to like more characters that are more interesting, I would say, and intriguing as well. They also voice acted better. They're also written way better. The dialogue is way better. It goes from like a D tier movie to like a B tier movie, and it honestly feels like the critics they only like sum it through like the first hour of the game, the first hour of the story, and then they start like skipping the cutscenes, which I don't blame them because I've said like the first hour or like the first half an hour, it's really bad. But I'll say don't judge the whole story by the first like half an hour because it is gonna get like really good, especially for like B tier movies and like over the top villains. The villain is like extremely entertaining as well. He's so over the top, and I loved it as well. And then the main character Crane, I was surprised by him because I thought he wouldn't have much dialogue. But that wasn't the case. He does talk, he does give us opinions, and I'll say he's like the best voice acted character in the game. Second to the leader of our group, the British guy, he does a really good job as well. The chick that saved you, Jade, she's also all good. And the story, it does get emotional. As you play, there are like emotional moments. There are moments that are like really serious, and you have to take it serious. There are like melodramatic scenes in the story, and they really nailed it. Like all of these different aspects of the story, they did like a really good job. I'm just again surprised with the first half an hour. I don't know what happened. Maybe they had like different writer, and then like they fired him, and they got like another one. Because that's the only explanation I can give for like the beginning because of how like different it is. But I would say do trust me because it does get good and it does get entertaining and it does get like I would say semi emotional as well. It's so good that I've basically like skipped everything else. Like I didn't even want to do the side quest day. I just want to like do the main quest to get like more of the story. That's how much interested I am like in the story itself. So yeah, I'll say story is like a big puzzle. Let's get into another puzzle. The other puzzle for me would be the combat itself. Oh my god, it's so interesting. It's so fun. Everything's like impactful. One thing I was surprised with was like the game has guns in it. I was so taken back by it, but I thought it was like only a melee combat kind of game, you know. But there are like guns and stuff in it, and it's so responsive as well. It's so like heavy in a good way, and like it sells like the shots and stuff. Because I got the gun, I say like halfway through the game, you can like craft it. But I just have a deep hatred for like crafting mechanics in games, so I just never like engage with it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you can like craft it early in the game and kind of like cruise through the combat. But I didn't engage with it until like they gave me the gun. So I was using the melee combat, the melee weapons, and they're like so satisfying to use as well. I was surprised with it. I was surprised with like how fun I was having with the combat because it is like first person, and if you know anything about like first person combat, especially like melee combat, you just shouldn't expect impactful or like responsive combat in first person because developers they really struggle with it. So I was surprised with like a game that came out all the way in 2015 managed to like do such a great job that if you compare the games even from now, they struggle and they don't even get close to like an inch of it. You know, because combat's so fun. You could make a case for like the enemy variety being low, but it doesn't matter honestly, because how much weapons do you get in the game? It makes up for it. The weapons, again, just like the melee weapons, they're like heaps, and then there's like so many guns as well. You also get like bows and stuff. You get like the bows that look like guns. I forgot what they called. You get like different grenades and stuff. You get like throwing weapons. There's so many weapons in the game, like secondary or like main weapons. You can find a lot of them in the open world as well, except the guns. You only find the guns like again later, and then the game. Like I'll say like when you're like 5 or 6 missions in, there's only like 13 missions in the game. So that is like half the main campaign. You get the guns, and sometimes you do find them laying around the world. But most weapons are just like the melee weapons. Sadly, you can't. I'm pretty sure you can like upgrade the weapons, but they still do break. I'm pretty sure each weapon like has a set amount of like repairment. Because some weapons you can like repair them once and then like it breaks, so you can't repair them again. Other weapons they have like 2 or 3 healths, I would say, so you can like reuse them 3 times before like they break, and then finally it's like useless. You can sell it back, but it's like it's way cheaper. So if you got like a weapon for like 1,000, you can sell back for like 200 because again it's broken. You can also like just drop it. I'm surprised that you can't like dismantle the weapon to use it to craft like other weapons and stuff, because you can do it in Assassin's Creed Origins. So I was expecting like the same kind of mechanic, but no, you just sell like your old weapons or you just drop them. And as for the guns, I've only used 2 because of how like fun the melee combat is. I didn't engage with like the long range ones, like the bow and arrow, the guns and stuff. So I've only used like the handgun and then the assault rifle. They're both really well done. They're both like punchy, I'd say, responsive. So I'm not too sure about the other guns if they're like the same quality as these two. But I'm pretty sure they would be, because all like the melee weapons they use, they were all like responsive, punchy. They all had like a different animation as well, which again I was like really surprised with, because again even games in this day and age they reuse like the same animation for like the different weapons. So to see like different animations for different weapons, and like it really like sells the fantasy of it, I would say. There was this like small knife that I was using to fight with. The animation for it was like so fun. It was like so quick. I felt like something out of like an anime. I was having so much fun using it and stuff. So yeah, I'll say the combat is like a big plus. You're gonna have a lot of fun with it. The enemy variety might be low, I'd say, and there isn't a lot of like boss fights. I don't think there's any boss fights. Oh, there's like a couple. I'll say like 2, like 3 or 4. I'd say yeah, but there's a lot of boss fights, and the enemy variety is like low. But yeah, other than that, the combat is like really fun. That's a big plus for me. As for the negatives, I wouldn't say they're like that bad. They're just like meh. I'll say like below average. That's the case with the side quest. If I had to like rate them, I would give like a 4 out of 10. It's like below average. There's nothing wrong with it. It does its job, but it's not as fun as like the main campaign. There's like a couple of like comedy ones, I guess, if you're into that. Like there are a couple like funny ones. I don't know. I was expecting a bit more, I'd say. Some of them are like really long as well. They really will not like waste your time, I would say. You can't fast travel in this game, so you just have to keep running from one objective to another. And sometimes they make you run like all around like the open world to like really make the side quests long as hell. It's basically trying to like extend your playtime, I guess. That's like the best way of putting it. But the content itself, like the story, the dialogue, it's not that bad. I guess it's job done. Every I'd say 10 or like 20 quests, you might find one that's like really fun. And you can tell like they put a lot of thought and love into it. But others are like time wasters basically. You might have more fun with it because a lot of fans they do gas up the side content compared to like the main one. So I might be the only weirdo that likes the main campaign and doesn't like the side quest. Because after playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey, my standards for like side quests have gone way higher. So even Assassin's Creed Origins, it's a game like before they came out, before Odyssey, I didn't gel with the side quests that much. So maybe again my standards have gone higher compared like other people. So if you don't expect too much from like side content and side quests, you might have like more fun with the side quest in this game compared to me. So yeah, it's a negative, but it's not like a massive one, you know. Another negative, I would say is the platforming or like the parkour itself. I know it's like one of the main aspect and the main selling points of the game, but I didn't like it that much. People might try tear me in the comments, but the free running, it's good, it's fast, especially when you get like momentum going on. It's extremely fun to like jump from one like building to another. What I don't like is the climbing itself, I would say. Like climbing from one ledge to another. It's very slow and it makes you feel dizzy as well because it's like it's first person compared like being third person. And it's also confusing because you can't tell where you can or can't climb. So it does get frustrating sometimes when you're getting chased by like zombies and stuff. Especially at night I would say. And the climbing isn't as responsive as you want it to be. Sometimes it like bugs out or like it like lags and stuff. I'll say this is a game that really needs like the yellow paint because everything's so high quality, high textured and stuff that you can't tell again that where you can or can't climb. So I think a bit of yellow paint would have gone like a long way, or maybe like doing a better job of like telling the players because it's not like black and white. It's not like you need yellow paint or you don't. There are some games that do like a good job of directing the players without like being really obnoxious about it, I'll say. So maybe they could have done that. But then again, I'd say the open world like kind of like really big, I'd say kind of massive. And you can kind of climb like most things, so maybe that would have been like a pain for the developers. I do get it. That's not like a big deal breaker, just it does get in the way of you like especially if playing like I would say like high difficulty. Thankfully I was only playing on normal, but if I was playing on like nightmare or like hard difficulty, that would like probably be a breaking point for me. Like I've said, like especially at night when you get chased by those like special zombies and stuff, and you can't like climb or you don't know which part you're allowed to climb, it does get in the way and it's like it's so annoying. But it's all good. Other than that, the animation does a job. The audio design for this game is really well done. Not just like I'll say the platforming and stuff, but the combat as well. It really sells like the action. And yeah, I would say that's it for the negatives. There isn't anything massively wrong with this game, I would say. These two negatives, like the side quest and then like the platforming, they're like again, it's meh. It's not like a big issue. That's it for the review. It's a fun game that I'll totally recommend getting, especially the game being like 11 years old. It goes on sale like frequently, and right now it's on sale for like $10 or something crazy like that. And you don't just get like the game, you also get like the other DLCs and stuff. The developers have updated this game for like ages, so there's like a lot of DLCs, not just like story DLCs, but also like costume based DLCs. And they're all like packaged together. You can get like right now, I think up to like the 29th of this month. It's on sale on Steam. So yeah, if you're like interested in getting this game, I'll say go grab it on Steam. Another big positive that I forgot to mention was like the open world itself. It's very pretty. Even though it's like I'll say destroyed and stuff, it still feels like more alive compared like other open worlds that like try to sell its open world as like alive and stuff. It's very hard to describe, but when you play the game, there's so much like life, I guess. I guess you could say like in the open world itself, and there's like so much thought that developers have put into it. It's also very pretty. The trees like moving with the wind, the particles and stuff. The way it's lit as well, especially at night, it's like it's totally dark. You can't see anything. And they've also done a good job of lighting the open world in the morning as well, in the afternoon, and then, like I've said, at night. The lighting is great. The environment itself, the texture, the geometry, it's all really, really well done, and it has like stood the test of time. 2015 might not seem that old, but some games like AAA games from that time, they have aged like I'll say poorly compared like this game, and it still looks like a game that came out in like I'll say 2024, 2025. Like it doesn't seem that old, I would say. Minus the faces, the character faces, they're not that good, but the environment itself, it's really well done. So yeah, that's it for this review. I'd say the positive being the open world, the combat, the story, and then the negative being the side quest, and then the one aspect of the platforming, like the climbing itself, which isn't that big of an issue. I would say it's totally worth the price. Like I've said, I'll say go grab it right now. You're gonna have a lot of fun. And when you're like done with this game, there's a lot of DLCs you can like play through and stuff. There's a lot of like mini games they've also added throughout the years, and you can like find them like scattered throughout the world. Some of them like are in like your camp, like in the tower, and some of them are like in the other camps and stuff. So yeah, that's it. If you're looking for like a open world game that's not too long and it's like a lot of fun stuff, Dying Light, it's totally worth it. I totally recommend it, and it's also on sale right now. Like I've said, thanks for watching this review. Leaving a like, comment, and subscribe would mean a lot. I'll see you guys next time with another video.